There are some things that grab the attention of the cryptoverse for months on end, whether they deserve to or not. One thing that will bring an important change to Ethereum, and which has been a topic of discussion since last year, is the highly anticipated Ethereum Improvement Proposal, or EIP, 1559. An August 5th Ethereum upgrade, known as the London Hard Fork, will bring a major change in the form of EIP 1559, a code change that begins to remove some Ethereum from circulation. In theory, that will have an effect on Ethereum's price. But what and when? Welcome to Savvy Finance, a big shout out to all our esteemed viewers. Thank you so much. EIP 1559 will change how transaction fees work. Though the details are complicated, the upshot is that anyone who makes a transaction on the network will now pay a base fee that will be burned instead of going to Ethereum miners. Burning, in this sense, means to take coins out of circulation by essentially sending them to an address that no one has the keys for. Reducing Ethereum supply places deflationary pressure on the Ethereum network. Though new coins are still being created with each block added to the chain, a little bit of Ethereum is also disappearing. Deflationary pressure theoretically squeezes prices upward because the growth of supply is slowing. To be clear, the Ethereum supply isn't necessarily being reduced, the rate at which Ethereum is being put into circulation is. A fair comparison here is to the Bitcoin halving, a quadrennial event during which miners receive 50% fewer Bitcoin rewards in exchange for processing network transactions. With EIP 1559 fast approaching, it's a good time to remind ourselves what it is, what it will do, but also what it will not do. What EIP 1559 upgrade will do. Currently, Ethereum sender must pay gas fee for each transaction, but that gas fee is unclear, unknown in advance, and there's a risk of overpaying. According to the Ethereum Foundation community manager Tim Byko, what EIP 1559 will do is 1. Burn a part of the transaction fees. 2. Bring a base fee in blocks on the network which will track the gas price the network accepts from transactions based on demand for block space, making it easier for wallets and users to estimate the right price for their transactions. 3. Add a new transaction type so users can specify the maximum fee they are willing to pay and the maximum miner tip, as well as get a refund for the difference between that maximum and the base fee and miner tip. In other words, it'll split the gas fees into a tip that can be set by a transaction sender, and a base fee that is burned. Basically, we'll see most gas fees being destroyed. Furthermore, according to Tim Roughgarden, an American computer scientist and a professor of computer science at Columbia University, what EIP 1559 should do is decrease the variance in transaction fees and the delays that some users experience, through the flexibility of variable size blocks. It will also improve the user experience through easy fee estimation, in the form of an obvious optimal bid, outside of periods of rapidly increasing demand, at least modestly decrease the rate of Ethereum inflation through the burning of transaction fees. According to Sassano and Nader, the EIP will enable better transaction fee estimation, create a symbiotic relationship between Ethereum network, and its users, and lastly it will allow for more reliable transaction inclusion. After EIP 1559 has been implemented, a transaction will only be valid if the max fee is greater than the base fee plus the priority fee. Any excess amount is refunded back to the user. As a result, users will have much more certainty in submitting a transaction because they only need to make sure that they include enough to pay the base fee and a small priority fee to have their transaction included. Some also suggest that the EIP may have an impact on the price of Ethereum. Andrew Keys, managing partner at Dharma Capital, was quoted by Reuters as saying that Ethereum's current price has yet to factor in the looming software upgrade. The software adjustment this week, coupled with another upgrade in the first quarter of 2022, should easily quintuple the price of Ether by next year, he said. Matt Hogan, Chief Investment Officer at Bitwise Asset Management, said that EIP 1559 should increase transactions on Ethereum and raise the use of Ethereum, which will likely help bring a wave of institutional investors into the market. However, it's not going to be a straight line up. So, let's take a look at what the EIP 1559 will not do. It is because of the base fee burn element that some have claimed will transform Ethereum into a deflationary crypto asset, and make it a store of value rival to Bitcoin. However, it is important to note that there's no clear answer as to when this might happen exactly. Some things many expect to happen aren't on the table at all. According to Sassano and Nader, the EIP itself does not lower the gas prices in the long run, and does not make Ethereum deflationary by default. Whatever changes do happen on this front, they will likely have to wait a while. According to industry players speaking with CryptoNews.com, Ethereum may need to move fully to a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism before the deflationary aspect of EIP 1559 really kicks in. Ethereum won't immediately become deflationary because the proof-of-work mining will continue producing net inflation until Ethereum switches to proof-of-stake this year, developer Ryan Berkmans told CryptoNews.com. He added that inflation will likely turn negative and Ethereum 2.0 is finally rolled out. Not everyone agrees with this prediction, with some arguing that Ethereum could become deflationary even before proof-of-stake. And some analysts also suspect that Ethereum might not reach the level of traffic whereby token burns outpace inflation. Bitwise Hogan estimates that the EIP will reduce Ethereum overall inflation rate from 4% a year to 3%, that is about half as large a reduction proportionately seen in Bitcoin halving events. Another major point being discussed is EIP 1559 reducing the high transaction fees on the network. This is not what this EIP is meant to do. According to developer James Hancock, EIP 1559 reduces overpaying transaction fees, not reducing fees. Furthermore, MyCrypto founder Taylor Monahan argued that, when Ethereum price goes up the transaction fees are also going to go way up. As a matter of fact, several people have written about EIP 1559 not lowering the fees, at least not on its own, for months now. In December 2020, the above-mentioned Professor Tim Roughgarden claimed that no transaction fee mechanism, EIP 1559 or otherwise, is likely to substantially decrease average transaction fees, adding that persistently high transaction fees is a scalability problem, not a mechanism design problem. Then in March this year, Nate Madry, a research analyst at crypto intelligence firm Coinmetrics, said that EIP 1559 is not a solution for the high gas fee issue. He too notes that fees are fundamentally a scalability problem, arguing that they will stay high as long as there's high competition for block space. If Ethereum can only process a few hundred transactions on average per block, there's going to continue to be high fees as long as decentralized app usage keeps increasing. Research scientist at the Ethereum Foundation Barnaby Monnott argued that the main point here is to not conflate the dynamics of the gas price seen before the EIP with the dynamics of the priority fee under this EIP, as these are structurally different. Earlier this summer, with the London upgrade getting ready to go live on the testnet, Taylor Monahan urged the community to lower their expectations. While EIP 1559 is an elegant solution to a lot of hard problems, she said, it comes with drawbacks too, for example, a number of user experience issues. She also argued that users will not know, with sufficient certainty, the final cost of their transaction or when it will be delivered. The gas fee and gas limit are too complicated for new users, she concluded, suggesting that issues such as these were not necessarily addressed by EIP 1559. Also, in July, Monahan revisited the subject, suggesting that users do not have enough information to make necessary decisions when making a transaction and that there is not a one-size-fits-all solution, but that each user will have to figure out what works for them. One thing is clear, most of the current news out there are mostly speculations for now until the upgrade is implemented and then we can really know what the upgrade will do and what it will not. However, as long-term hodlers of Ethereum, the team at Savvy Finance is hopeful that this upgrade will help to reduce the Ethereum transaction fees, while also helping to take the Ethereum price to the moon. Please, let's hear your own comments and opinions down below on what changes you believe the upgrade will bring to Ethereum. Till our next video, please stay savvy.